baby girl. Check. Palm Harbor with the white hoes, nigga. St. Pete with the black hoes. You from the bird for a verse, I don't tax, bro. Just bring the bud by the pound, we can match roll. Assholes wanna play by division. Move them to the side, let them know we ain't with it. And my double ray fitted, told the motherfuckers kick it like Messi in the booth, Joe Pesci in the suit. Along with the tie cuff links and the double vest suit and tie clubs and that motherfucker underdressed. I just wanna be a nigga. I just pray God forgive us for posing in these pictures with these Instagram bitches. Bumping J Timberlake, baby, cry me a river. Make it rain stripper, throwing money at the strippers. When he blow you in the drop, bet them hoes come quicker, yeah. Keep going, Black Cutter, what the lick read. Split it fair with the team.
I know that's right. Yeah, you don't understand. Like, we have a little club going on in here. Feel free to stop by and check us out. So, okay, that was iPod Juiced Up by Prime Daniels.
Prime?
He is in the building right now.
Indeed, indeed.
Hey. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Highly favored. How about y'all?
Highly favored.
I like it.
Yes. We're doing good.
Happy to have you in the building.
All
For
right,
those
all
of
right.
you who don't know, Prime Daniels is a recording artist. He's an American rapper, songwriter, and music producer from St. Petersburg, Florida. Shout out, shout out. Yes. So the name Prime Daniels is actually an acronym which stands for, y'all ready for this? Putting riches in my environment, denying all negative insight entering life's system. Hope y'all got all of that. So his music appreciation began at a very young age, and he's still developing his craft. His early influences derived from his parents, who introduced him to gospel and jazz acts. And shortly after, he developed his own interest in Florida-based jam pony music. Yes, I'm with that, I agree. So he began recording his own music, creating a unique sound, and establishing a fan base at his local high school. There was an overwhelming amount of support from the entire city, which encouraged him to grow as an artist and producer. He continues to have the support of his community and performs frequently at various clubs in St. Petersburg and surrounding cities. So, hit up for Mr. We call you Prime.
That'll
Prime.
work.
Prime. Don't get
Yes.
confused with Optimus. It is
Appreciate
Prime. So, all right. So, y'all want to go ahead and just hop into this now? Are you ready?
Are you ready for us though?
I'm always ready.
Oh,
We're always ready. People say that.
Be a little
And then
outrageous.
People say that, and we get
Just a little,
started,
just a
and
little.
you know,
Okay.
people get a little thrown off.
Prepare yourself.
We'll see.
So just prepare yourself a little bit. Okay. So, what are some current things that you're working on right now?
Right now I'm working on Money, Music, Sex. That's going to be an album. We're going to release them in like installments. The first one's going to be Money. So we record nonstop for that. It's really about completely just trying to narrow it down to which songs we want to submit. So.
All right. Coming soon.
Indeed. Yeah, probably like summertime, you know.
All right. Summertime.
Summertime.
Okay. So, when and where did you write your first song?
When and where? It might have been when I was in journalism program, Pointer Institute. You know, I was supposed to be doing some free writing. I don't think they knew I was writing rap though. So
He said,
that's when I first did it. That was like the summer of, I want to say, 2001. So yeah.
All right. So you've been at it for a little minute now.
Yeah, for a little minute.
Seasoned. He's
Season.
seasoned.
Yeah, I like that word. Season.
So do you have any family members that do anything with music?
Indeed I do. Actually, my sister's on the current mixtape, GMP. So, you know, she's all over. She's almost on, you know,
Is she
every
a
other
singer?
record.
Does she rap or does she sing?
She's a singer. She's a very brilliant singer, yeah.
Really? I can
Ashley.
sing.
You know, I gotta promote it.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, if I could sing, y'all would just never hit the end of it. I could
Ash can
sing.
sing. I'm
She
trying to get
I
forgot
know.
Ash.
Beyonce.
I'm
We won't
trying to
even
get
go into
Ash.
it.
Oh goodness. Here we
Ash,
go.
you should be singing.
Yes, Ashley.
Ashley should be singing these interview questions. Like, I don't think
Okay,
y'all-
Give her one.
The
too.
next time.
All right.
Next time.
We'll be ready. Y'all tune in. So, what message were you trying to give to listeners in this song? Because when we listen to this song, we're like, okay, this is different. Like, we like
Right,
this. So,
right.
what exactly, like, how do you even come up with an idea like this? And what do you want? What were you trying to relate with
To be
listeners?
like all the records I do, I try to it's like cinema, like what Quentin Tarantino does with his films. You know, he's so known for like the music that he's bringing with the actual visual. When I was out in LA, I was fortunate enough to work with a guy named Tony Gaskins. People here may know him.
Oh,
But,
he came to do a
Yeah, that name sounds familiar.
Yeah, he actually came and spoke to us.
Right.
Oh, did like a lecture series?
Yeah, it was really good.
Right.
Yeah.
So I was in charge of the sound, you know, being unfamiliar with music or whatnot. So in order for me to do the job that I needed to have my cell phone charged, my iPad charged, and all these other things. So I jokingly I jokingly made a chorus and rapped it for my niece, and she was like, "Hey, that's kind of tight," you know what I'm saying? So the song comes on, you know, about to head back out to Houston because we started the trip off in Houston, And I'm just really talking about the experiences, but this time around I want to bring, you know, my homeboy. So
Yeah, I see you got your crew in here.
Oh,
Yeah,
Crew,
he runs
Entourage.
deep.
Not a crew, it's an entourage.
Oh, Entourage. My bad.
Come on,
Entourage
come on.
chilling in here with us today.
all day.
So, is there anyone in the industry right now that currently inspires you?
Ooh, a lot of times it's not even really rappers. You know, I like to listen to. There's a group out called the Black Keys. I like Foo Fighters. Of course, I like a lot of rappers. You know, I love Jeezy. You know, he's so
Alright.
the artist true. Kanye, they cool too. So I like all that.
Okay. So, you don't have one that you like over the other. You have to. I'm gonna make you pick.
I would have to say.
No,
Either Kanye or CeeLo. It's to them too. I like CeeLo
I
a
have a
lot
question
too.
about Kanye because we just
Oh,
very
goodness.
briefly
Uh-oh.
mentioned him.
Uh-oh.
Do you know about the Ray J song?
Actually, I don't
See,
know.
you were
Really?
in here for that.
Nah.
Ray J just released a song dissing Kim Kardashian.
And
Wow.
Kanye.
And saying basically like, although you may have moved on to artists and ball players, everybody
Right.
know
I
did
hit it first.
Wow.
So hopefully Kanye won't feel the need to entertain this foolishness.
Oh,
But
he
we
won't.
already said that he could end
His career.
Right.
Ray J's not even started a career, so we won't even get into that too much. But all right, so when did you first get interested in music? Like I know in the bio, like we touched on it a little bit, but
Right.
like do you remember like details? Let's say details.
I would have to say when I first started sneaking and listening to my own type of music that I wanted to hear. So like rap music, you know, you made reference to the Jam Pony, but the first like rap album I heard was The Chronic by Dr. Dre. So when I heard that, I wanted to, you know, I had my own ideas, Bone Thugs and Harmony shortly after that. So
Yes.
Bum, bum, bum.
yeah.
I'm the only one. Fine.
I was gonna say you're not gonna sing like spit a little bit first. You gotta bum bum bum. Go ahead, Ash.
No, y'all gonna put me on the spot. It's not my interview. It's Prime's interview.
Hey.
Indeed.
Okay, so what is something that you want listeners to know about you?
I'm a God-fearing individual. You know, the art that we do, we try to. It's really just a soundtrack to my life. So everything I do is real true. You know, none of this is made up. I think that's why the writing comes so easy because everything I'm talking about, I'm really experiencing. I don't talk about like murders or death and because I don't kill nobody. So
Right.
And
Lie
that
about
just-
what you talk about.
Yeah, I
No
just-
facade there.
right. I just talk about the things we do. So that's what it's about.
Are you planning to perform anywhere locally anytime soon?
Actually, yeah, I was just at a club last night called The Yard. So
The Yard. Where's The Yard at?
The Yard is located just on the outskirts of Coquina Key. So
Oh, okay. So
Right.
St. Pete.
correct, St.
Okay.
Petersburg. You know,
Have you performed anywhere else besides there?
Actually, yes. I performed at Sweet Six. I performed at
I've heard of Sweet 6 too. Okay.
Orpheum in Ybor City. Downtown St. Petersburg, couple shows at different venues and locations. So yeah.
Have you done any like collaborations with any like local artists, not like known, but you
I
know?
mean, not really.
No?
I just kind of stick to the family.
You just
know,
wanna-
OTE, most show, you know, bankroll whenever we can get them on the microphone. My
Okay.
sister, you know.
Oh,
That's
I
it,
like
that's it?
that. It's
Yeah.
a family thing.
Oh,
I
yeah,
like
yeah.
that.
What are like? Do you have any crazy stories?
Oh yeah, tell us some crazy.
Why, this
stories.
this is simply outrageous.
Right,
Don't
right.
give us any light stuff. We want
It needs
some
to be
dirt, like a
outrageous.
crazy, whether it's a crazy band that you've dealt with or just anything that
Crazy
you've dealt with.
Maybe
performance.
Performances. If you have you ever fallen off the stage?
Ooh, no. I mean,
You
that'd
can
be
tell
bad.
he's scared of that.
No, I can't.
You
I
know,
can't
Chris
have that
Brown had an
happen.
accident in his pants during a performance. Have you had any problems like that?
No, nowhere near it. You know, you gotta think we doing rap shows, so
Mm-hmm.
we just going up there, you know, wear t-shirts, shades, whatever we can to look cool. And
No,
Your
that's
shades,
just-
can't forget
oh
that.
yeah, so we just step up there and do it. But I mean, I've been fortunate. Nothing too crazy has like happened.
Yeah, shoot.
Oh yeah,
I'm
I
with
see
it.
you. I see
Oh
you.
man, I'm not the club.
Where your
man.
shades at?
Everybody got their shades
Alright, ready?
on. I didn't get the memo. I didn't get the memo. That's all I'm
There
saying.
we go.
I
There
am
we
wearing
go.
the latest brand of
There we go.
invisible shades. They come in many colors and sizes.
They look good on you.
Appreciate it. Appreciate it. I gotta, like, you feel me. Okay, so no crazy stories, nothing?
Nothing too. I mean, really, because
No
it's
juice,
real.
no-
We usually everything is so, you know, well put together. We usually plan, like even coming here today, everything is like well planned out. So a lot of times I think crazy stories come from like spontaneous moments, and I try to avoid those because you're always dealing with so much, trying to be so correct for a performance. You know.
Absolutely.
So.
What about outside of a performance? Has anything like? What's
Oh,
your
well-
most embarrassing moment?
Yes, you can give us that.
Well, this wasn't embarrassing. I remember after the show we did at a polo spot. You know,
Wait, I know who that is.
yeah, Adagio. We
Okay.
did a real good show out there,
Okay.
and some young ladies got into it with one of our guys. He touched her butt.
Oh,
So she started saying some things, and she she said some words she shouldn't have said.
yeah.
And my guy over here, he kind of rectified that situation, but it turned into a real big deal. Like it was almost on and popping out there. But that was why our cops came and broke it up. But at the end of the day, we all went back, got something to eat, and we forgot about it the next morning. So.
Oh wow.
Sounds
Yeah, be
interesting.
careful, ladies.
Oh, yeah.
Do you do anything to warm up before you go on stage, or does it pretty much come natural?
You
now?
just go.
Oh, it's
Like, do
kind
you
of
do
natural. I
push-ups?
mean, I don't push ups.
Run around in circles.
Yeah.
Like
Like
a
a
adrenaline.
I usually rehearse. We always rehearse what we're doing. We say a strong word of prayer, and then after that, we just go out there and execute. It's kind of natural because I have a big imagination. It's certain stars that I see performing. I like the way they do their thing. So, not that I'm stealing what they do. This is what I have going on. But I try to bring the same energy as like a Bob Marley or whoever it is I just watched on DVD or something.
Okay,
Yeah.
I feel that.
I like that.
So okay, so you're good with getting on stage now and kind of just being
Oh,
ready
yeah.
to go.
Oh yeah.
And I know I'm throwing some of these questions at you that
No,
you're
it's
not ready
cool,
for.
it's cool,
So
it's cool.
all right, just making sure you're ready now.
Cool.
Just
Okay,
dance, just come.
what do you think is your best performance? Like, have you ever had a performance where you're just like, this was great, like
I
this is
did that.
ideal. I did right.
Right. We headlined the show by More Resources. I can't remember the exact venue, but there was a lot of people who went before us. They were all pretty good. So it was a tough act to follow. And me and Mo Show, that's my partner in crime. He's cross seas right now. Shouts out to him. We went out there and we repped it. The people knew the record. Some of the records were relatively new, so I was surprised. I guess they were tuning into like YouTube and whatnot and checking out what was going on. Dat Piff and wherever we had the music, but we shut it down. It was a real good feeling. Sometimes you go out there and you do certain things to kind of get the nervousness out your system, but we executed real well that day. Yeah.
I like that.
I know.
Let me get on stage. I could rap too. Y'all just didn't know. Oh my
Mic
God.
check. Go ahead. Freestyle.
I was about to go and sing. Okay, that's fine.
All right.
I'll believe you, Ash.
I really want to touch on this because we've kind of talked about this before,
Right.
without you, obviously. But to get your 2 cents on it, how would you compare rap now to old school rap?
Oh, yes, let's go ahead.
Like, would you say that there is anything missing now in the
it's
industry?
just the truth, like the realness. In my opinion, it's real fiction. You know what I'm saying? So.
Real fiction.
Yeah, man, that's a tough thing, and I think it's a problem when it's a problem because kids listen to it, not to try to sound like the kids and the youth, but at the end of the day, there's certain kids who believe some of these rappers are murderers. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's wrong, and that's how they define. Like you'll hear someone compare a current rapper to Tupac, and to me that's unfair. You know what I'm saying? Because Tupac was a real rapper. You know
Absolutely
what I'm saying? Biggie was a
agree.
real rapper. So I just think it's, the music today is just a little, it's not true.
So you want kids to be able to look up to you and your music?
I mean,
That's your
I want them to look up to what their foundation is. So whatever their household teach, that's what they should follow. I mean, I want people to enjoy my music. If they
Right.
look up to me, that's cool too. But, I just want them to enjoy what we do.
Be a good role model.
I guess, yeah, that's
Okay.
cool.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say, like, I don't think that.
I don't agree that artists should be role models. I feel
Right.
like
But
they
for
should stay
kids,
true
you
to who
can't
they
help
want.
it.
Yeah, that's true.
Like kids, like they're not gonna be like, this shouldn't be my role model. They're gonna be like, I like this person. Like I look up to them. Like they can't help it. They like I agree they shouldn't be role models, but
On
kids
that
can't
note,
help
I was gonna say I think that artists don't really realize the effect that they have
Right.
They do.
on
Major
today's society,
effects.
and it's like people listen to your music as they're about to commit these crimes, and they're thinking like, I'm this, I'm that. They use those things to define who they are.
Right.
And it's like you don't even realize the people who are in this industry making all of this money, they don't do that stuff. And if they want to
Right.
be involved in something, you best believe they're not getting their hands dirty.
Agreed.
So it's just kind of take note.
Well, and also a lot of people don't know that record labels have a lot more control. That's why you have a lot of artists come out with independent labels and things like that. Because record labels have a lot of control over the artist
Very true.
once they sign for what they
yeah.
do and what they say. So even if an artist decides, I don't want to be gangster rap no more, I want to go ahead and do this,
Right,
it's
they
really
might
hard
not
for
have
them.
that choice
They might
to-
not have the choice
right.
to do that.
Yeah, you're right.
So that's just my 2 cents. I had
Speaking
that.
of control of artists, so how far exactly, like ideally, would you like this to go?
Man, as far as it can go. I mean, I want to be played in every country, every state, every city, all
I
over.
agree with that.
I think it. Again, I think we can make relations to a lot of people. A lot of different demographics, a lot of age groups, whatnot. So I want to go far as it can go.
And you say that you're a planner, so do you have like a set up schedule as far as like, you know, like little short-term goals,
Yeah.
long-term goals, as far as how you're gonna get
Right.
that.
So after we're doing like the money, music, sex, we feel this will be big enough. We have a lot of different connections in other states like Texas, New York, New Jersey, whatnot. A lot of friends who we may have wanted to. Yeah, so we're trying to make sure that those stay plugged in, and we're hoping that we can really get tied in those areas and, you know, touch on them avenues. So we're doing a good job with that right now.
Now, is money, music, sex really about money, music, sex, or is it
Indeed. Right.
Play off of it or what?
Right. I mean, at the end of the day, it was a tweet, and I was saying to me right now, that's the only thing that matters for this day, and I just thought it was a dope name. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So money, you know, you need money. I love music right after that, and you know, who don't like sex?
I was waiting for what I was gonna say.
So about the last part.
Okay. I was
You
gonna
gotta
say,
let 'em
obviously
fly.
that grabs the attention of listeners.
Yeah,
So
I
it's
guess
kind of
so.
like what you have to do.
Yeah. I mean, again, this is what I'm into, so I hope the listeners can relate to it, but if not, then it is what it is. But that's what I'm about. So.
Right. Okay. Well, as a short.